Not 600. No, but Inyanda may understand. Until we are opposition, we can only tell people what we will be able to do once we get into power. Barrow is already in power. He cannot tell people, I am not going to do this because X, Y, and Z. He doesn't own what he is in control of. It is owned by the people. They put him there for him to serve them. He is in that position and he is serving. His failures are what we are identifying to people. What he failed to do. That's what we are telling people, these are the failures of Barrow, and that is what is impacting adversely your lives in this country. If we comment to government, this is what we will do different. For example, what is government returning back to the people in this country? Not much. We are telling them if we come in through the local authorities, we'll be able to return development fund to villages. Now, if the central government is in charge of all the revenue and they refuse to give anything to the local authorities, think of the villages. How are they going to be able to develop themselves? Most of those villages, what is the revenue they collect? They don't get no revenue. The alcalos, the revenue that they get all goes to the councils and the central government. If you want those villages, what do you want to do? Those villages that are in those remote areas, are they not supposed to get anything back for development? When are they going to get anything back? So that's why we are saying, not only should we be plowing back something to, let's say, West Coast for 5 million, but we want every other region to be able to plow back something back to the works, because those funds that we return back go back to the VDCs in the villages and they're able to register something for some meaningful development in the villages. Otherwise, what you're going to end up doing, you're going to end up attracting more people from the villages into the urban areas. That is the urbanization. And then the urban areas will get congested. No one will be left in the villages to do any of the farmings that we are doing. And then how is that society going to prosper? So what we are saying is very simple. For us as West Coast, we want once the UDP government comes, subventions are given, but with conditions, strict conditions, that not only they're going to go to the councils and then the black holes in the councils will swallow them. No, let them go back to the communities. And this is going to be done through the ward development. We have seen how successful ward development have been for West Coast region. We want that replicated in every other region. That's why we told the people of Basse that we will ensure that every ward in the URR gets this 1 million that we West Coast is now boasting about. Because we've been to where we went to Batabulu Kantora. You've seen the market that is built there. And not only that, imagine if the village of Batabulu gets something from the councils every year. The next thing you're going to see is all the village itself will be well lit. They will have street lights. They will not be crying about ambulances. They will not be crying about women gardens not being fenced, ambulances. They will not be crying about women gardens not being fenced, not having the borehole tanks and all that stuff. And this is the thing that we are hearing from all across the country. We went to the other places in NBR. Women are talking about, you heard what women said in Balaga. Until the party leader himself had to donate them something for them to be able to sort out their tank.
That's what I'm saying.
That is supposed to come from central government, through the local authorities, getting back to those villages. That's what we are saying. Let some money go back. But you're talking about only road building, road. That's all that this government can brag about. Villages are crying of other things. To be successful, I think some money needs to go back. And that's what we are talking about. For West Coast, we are saying, even if central government gives us 1 million to give back to our communities, let them just help us to do valuation of properties within our regions. We'll be able to generate enough revenue and we'll be able to plow it back to the people. There is no comparison between what we are saying and what Barrow is saying. We are opposition. We can only tell you what we will be able to do when we are in government. Barrow cannot say what he will be able to do where, when. If he is in opposition, the man is in government, for goodness sake. He needs to deliver. He needs to do the work. He needs to be able to tell people what he has been able to register within the last 5 years or 8 years. What can he show for that? We can only tell people what we will be able to do once we are in government. So if you don't want us to say that, what do you expect us to say? That we will just come and then do what? So sometimes they need to use their heads. Just use your head and start thinking. Because as an opposition, we can only tell you what we will be able to do differently. The other guy is there. He cannot say when he is in opposition, that's what he will try to tell people. No, he is there. Let him do what he is supposed to do. It is because of his failures. That's why we are telling people that this X, Y, and Z is what we will be able to do. The man is in charge of people's money and he's telling them, I'm not going to give you your money unless and until you remove X, Y, and Z. Who does that? Why should that be a condition? It's not your money, it is the people's money. Let him deliver the promises he made when he was in opposition or when he was campaigning. If he failed to do that, he cannot blame us for telling people that this is X, Y, and Z that we are going to do. Let people think. It's not rocket science. It's very simple, common sense. We are opposition, we can only tell people what we will be able to do when we are in government. He made promises that he was going to deliver when he is in government. Now he's in government. Has he delivered them? No. He told people he will give them free national health insurance. What happened to that process? What happened to that one? It was something he sold to people in the last election. He said he will bring the bag of rice down to 700 to 600. We haven't seen it. So many promises he made. Everything has been skyrocketing. So now, and then the free wireless internet in Brikama. He made promises. He hasn't even delivered any of promises. He hasn't even delivered any of those. So what we are telling people is common sense. Barabanjul Bridge. What happened to that?
I'm coming, bro.
So many
I'm coming, bro. I'm coming.
So
wait for me, I'm coming.
I'm upstairs, I'm coming. We can only tell people what we will do when we are in government. When we get there, that's when you hold us accountable. But what we promise to the people of West Coast is that, and if they want to prove it, let them vote for Baba and we take him to State House, and then they can come and hold us accountable for the promises we made. And that promise is 5 million, and not only that, like I said, I will be championing the cause for World Development Fund across the whole country, not just West Coast, but I want every village, so that when we go around the country, every village will be able to show this is what we have been able to register from your World Development Fund or from the government subvention or subsidies that have been given to the local authorities. That's what we are talking about. So there is no comparison. Those who are making comparison, they need to go and check their heads, because we are not in government. We can only tell you what we will be able to do when we are in government. When we get there, hold us accountable. This government made promises and they delivered those promises. That's what people should be asking. Okay? Thank you.
A reasonable Gambian youth will be able to dictate and understand that this guy is highly intelligent. Is highly intelligent. This is not intelligent like he got from education. This is a natural intelligent. Yanks is exceptional. If you are intelligent enough, if you're a Gambian youth and you are intelligent enough, you should be able to be rallying around this guy and encourage what he's doing. I said it time without number. Yanks will do much more than any politician in Gambia will have ever done in this country. Listen to this guy. Listen. In fact, just take your time. Listen to him quietly. Listen to him very, 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 very attentively. You will get to understand that this guy is so intelligent. Everything he said here is exactly what I've been preaching here for the betterment of this country. Yanks has good intention for this country. Yankuba Darboe, he has very good intention for this country. In fact, you will get to know someone when you give him a little bit chance. From the little big chance that we have seen that this guy has been given to in Brikama Area Council, you will get to understand that this guy, if you give him bigger chance, this country will be back on track. Yanks is totally different from the guy in KMC. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Yanks is exceptional. He's a necessity. If you say a politician is a necessity, Yanks is a necessity. In fact, it's very, very important that every Gambian youth should support this guy. You cannot afford to lose him. I wish UDP can be able to understand that they have somebody like this guy. and they should be able to give him a chance. I'm not saying now. In the next upcoming election, not 2026, but in next election, they should be able to give this guy a chance. This guy has that mindset of Ibrahim Traore. He's a selfless leader, a selfless youth. Look at Yanks. Are you seeing him with a designer's cloth? Are you seeing him with luxury cloth? Yanks is selfless. Yankuba Darboe is selfless. He wants the best for this country. He wants this country to be one of the best countries that you ever think of. But you know the problem here? We attach emotion, we attach tribalism, we attach partisan, we attach, favoritism in everything that we do in Africa. When it comes to the progress and the betterment of this continent, we don't look forward to understand the people that really, really want the best for this continent. To be honestly speaking, if Gambians get to lose this guy, or this guy gets to hands off in politics, I don't know what kind of future leaders you guys are going to be having. But to be honestly speaking, Yanks is a necessity. He's a necessity, and he needs to be encouraged. Thank you very much, and see you guys.